I found a tank, maybe.
Don't lie to me.
Okay.
That's why I said maybe.
Well, in that case, I need to head back to work, Amir, so I can go get that stuff.
Oh, I have the stuff for you. I'll trade it to you.
Oh, appreciate you. How much do I owe you?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Oh, even better. I owe you better heals.
Okay, there's 2. Anyone streaming right now?
I am not currently. I don't generally stream well. That some people like to watch. At least not my viewership. Why?
Someone is asking to watch the stream.
They can come into Discord and I can go and share my screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an option. Because that doesn't affect my FPS at all. I have like a bazillion FPSs. All of the FPSs.
We still need a tank. This is tough. My tank. This person said they want to do research first. Should I basically tell them, just come anyway?
I would not prefer that if it's a tank.
What do you mean? Research on the bosses? Is what you're asking? Because if it's like a DPS, okay. But
It's a tank, but it should be fine. The first few bosses are not that hard. All right. Go ahead and invite Love You Baby to the group.
I'm in the middle of a duel. Very heated.
Very heated. Gotcha.
Yeah. You redeem himself here.
Whoa. Surprise.
Yeah. Something. That's a bad joke.
Was the raid difficulty set already? Because we kind of just strolled in. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it's good. That should be normal.
I fucking hate paladins.
I hate them too as a rogue because they're like the one hard counter to my bullshit. They just like fucking pop a bubble. They're like, fuck you.
Like you're squishy, but you're an assassin. But you can't kill invincibility. Yikers. Oh god, Wilds is here to out DPS us all.
Well, let me change my trinkies.
Especially now that I'm not on my DK.
I'll call my trinkets my trinkies.
Do you see my outfit? You want to ruin this, Jimmy?
Yes.
Transmog is fucking sexy.
So
dumb. And you want to put a shield on this? Oh,
so dumb.
Oh, look who just came online.
Who? Rick?
Yep.
Oh
He
yes, I
said,
did.
"I'm not
Damn.
late, am
Eventually, you'll grow up and be a big boy raccoon.
One of these days.
Hey, Rexep is on.
I?" Yep, just saw.
Yeah, but he's not rating.
He's
Oh,
not
is it
rating?
Oh, why not?
In disc, he said that he's jumping on to check a few things, but not to raid. He can't commit to a raid schedule right now. And then I told him we're gonna miss his badass palette. And he said, "Give me some time," and that may be true.
Gotcha. Okay.
Having some confidence issues, maybe, I don't know.
I'll run him through shit after. this
We
one.
do not have enough tanks.
Yeah, no.
This is issue.
I have to put one.
Thank you.
What's your comp right now? It's
Yep,
it's like
I'm
something
good.
like 139, I'm guessing, right?
Yep, literally.
Okay.
139. Could
We
be
might have to
tricky,
pug a tank, and there's also someone in the Discord, or not in the Discord yet. Love you, baby. I added them a little while ago. They tank, but they say they want to research all the fights
What'd
first.
you say?
So
Yeah,
I
no.
told them, you can come and we'll explain it to you.
But we need tanks, man.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we'll pug one. It shouldn't be a massive issue. And then hopefully by Thursday, either Rect will be back to raiding or whatever, or I can have my Demon Hunter raid ready. Or Zio will stop being a
What
bitch.
are you talking about? You seen this warrior turn into a prop warrior like twice in your life, and you're tripping.
It was glorious both times.
One of the times we were in a 15 Shrine of the Storm for like an hour and a half.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, here goes the but it was majestic. It wasn't like we were just in there. It was
The
majestic.
only thing here that's majestic is your beard. Now stop it. Oh, what's going on, chat?
I'm going AFK for a second. This is Val.
Yeah, you got time. Apparently.
Want to do the first boss on heroic?
Somebody asked that a moment ago, and I don't think it's a bad idea. My only worry with it would be, is that gonna squish our confidence if we go in there and
Do
get
the,
butt
do the
fucked?
first boss on normal,
Specifically-
and then when you do the first boss on normal, right, then you get gear from it, and then the first boss on heroic's easier anyway. You don't really have to walk that far.
Right. And then being that we're pugging a tank, I don't know if that makes it a good idea.
I don't know if you are. Rexep says he might come for the first few, but he has to leave pretty early, which might work out because I have someone else who might come after a few, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. If you can, go ahead and add Rexep to your group. See if you can get in communication with him. If it doesn't work, you might have to pug a tank for today. Otherwise, Love You Baby is probably going to get on later, and they will tank. Sure.
Hey man, you don't gotta talk to me like that in front of everybody. I love you too, man.
Hey, you know it. All right. For now, I'm gonna head out. See if you can get your people in Discord as well. That will probably help.
Hey, sister, can you come quick?
Do you have
Oh, of
Kate?
course.
Do you have Kate in your group yet, or not quite?
Oh, I don't know. Is Kate trying to raid?
Yes. I talked with her. Her item level is fine, and she's ready, especially for a fresh player.
Invite sent. See what she does.
Okay.
I think she said that she would tank on the spreadsheet, didn't she?
Did she? Oh, that could make things a lot easier.
Ready?
But that she wasn't necessarily going to be great at it.
Do you
And
tank?
she says
That would work out. And
That
Demon
would
Hunter
work
tanks
out
are quite good
delightfully.
for this raid. She says no.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head out. You guys, good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, Horos,
Oh,
Horos,
okey.
before you leave, are you here?
Oh yeah, you want this stuff, don't you?
Before I go in? Yeah.
Yeah. Meet me outside the raid.
I am.
On my way out.
Alright. So we got 11 people in chat. We got 14 people in guild. We are missing 3 people.
Who's the highest? Eye level?
Currently listed looks like a 3-way tie at 190.
Are you
4-way,
serious?
4-way tie.
I need one item so I could just beat all of y'all.
Yep.
Just
you're at
wondering, why
189.
are we in World Bosses of Pandaria?
Oh, shit.
What is it? Oh, quits at 191, but they're not listed on my details.
No, we were queued for Pandaria World Bosses for some reason.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. It says Raid Shadowland.
As soon as you said that, I was like, huh, I wonder why an item level 49 just
Oh.
queued.
Right.
I don't know. I did Raid Shadowlands, and it says Shadowlands World Bosses, which is weird. Let's try this one. What does it say now?
Alright.
Normal
I
cost.
get an
cost
invite back to the group. Have to trade Horos for something.
Summons? Oh, no, I see. I got you. It sucks, too, because somebody joined that other one.
Oh, dude.
Man, my haste is so bad.
Y'all still chilling outside? Do you see this? This outfit ain't going nowhere. Gemini looks sexy as fuck.
He probably knew you were queuing for the raid, the 193.
I mean, I would assume so, too, but
Too late. I don't know the name where I whisper.
which is why I asked it as a question. There's a question mark. I don't know if you can see that. Less of a statement, more of a
I don't know the name. I just know it started with a D.
Message every DK on the server with the name D. Hey man, were you just in the raid finder?
Oh. That was a healer queue.
yeah, and they canceled it.
You should probably switch up the thing there. Put it as like fresh need tank guild run or something like that, because
It's probably fine.
most people would be more interested in probably joining a run where it's like they know it's going to be a more coordinated group.
I can't imagine anybody's looking at that going, oof, I would join, but it doesn't say guild run.
People do it.
Sure they do. You talk to all the people? That's amazing. Are you like Professor X?
I'm just saying it will help.
I mean, or it just takes a minute. I mean, we don't have to be retarded about it.
Patience is key.
I mean, obviously, what you're looking at is people that are looking at it at the exact moment that you've put it up. Obviously, looking at all the other ones. They're going to see that there's 10 DPS, 3 healers, and 1 tank. So they're going to be like, oh, this group's already together. so I don't see any validity in your statement. But I could be wrong. I usually am.
It just has to do with the fact that they could assume it's pugs. Whereas if you put in their guild run, someone will be like, oh, it's a mostly guild run? All right, that's different.
It's like, why the fuck are we still talking about it? Holy shit, dude.
I'm just saying, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, I join pugs all the time for raids.
All the
And we
time.
pick pugs up all the time for raids. But I hate to delist it because as soon as I click the button like last time, there'll be a motherfucker in there. But screw it. If it'll make any difference, you think I'm down.
I just look at it like
Because I figured, you're like, oh, this is a guild run and these motherfuckers don't have a tank? That's weird.
I don't know if I'm really a tank, but I'm here.
Are you? We don't have to do this shit.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, you're a tank. What are you talking
I'll
about?
give you like an hour or so, hour and a half.
wait, are you wait. You saying you give you an hour to get ready, or you giving us an hour?
Oh no, I'll be there for about an hour.
Oh,
hour
okay,
and a
yeah,
half.
I'm cool
Oh,
with that.
I'm about to say, what?
Stop your queue. I'll be there in an hour and a half.
That's what I thought he said. I was
God
like,
damn it.
bruh.
Everybody,
You.
yeah, just go do a couple mythics or something.
Right.
Oh, and we told Dan, I don't know if you were able to get in the end, but I'm 100% down to
Does
run a bunch
anyone
with
else
you.
need
If you're
summons, or is everyone here?
who needs a summon?
I was just wondering if anyone else needed before we all run inside.
6 inside, 7 now.
I'll go inside
Alright, I'm walking inside.
as the healer I am.
And then at some point we can make Kate tank. Is she in voice?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
that is her. There's 13 of us in chat. Leah's here, Shark is here. That me, you, Angels, Coon, Sister Rick, Quit.
So does everybody remember the fight from Tuesday?
Pillars.
Just do it. I think it's just better to do a run. Yeah, a real quick run through.
Okay. And is anybody like super confident on explaining this?
It has pillars. That's all I remember.
Pillars. Hide behind the pillars.
I was good.
And if it drops to this back, I'm gonna be pissed.
So when we start out stage 1, Shriekwing is going to engorge with blood as the battle rages, according to the book. Yeah, look at that. There you go, sharks. Get in voice. If they're not already.
I think we're missing Maze and Cytheris.
Mage is here.
Oh,
But well, we'll get to it. Let's hear and get to it, and then we'll babble. But it was mostly a LOS fight. I think the tanks need to swap on like 2 stacks. This motherfucker just did.
Well, come,
Yeah,
come
he
back,
literally
guys.
just
Come back. The
dropped.
pillars, they
yeah.
turn into odds.
I just wanted to make sure. I knew like we started at a specific on one pillar, and we had to like when you had the debuff, you had to run to the corner, drop the debuff, come back in, and then fight him again.
I'm gonna
I'm
have to-
just like I said,
Is this guild?
Welcome.
I'm gonna need
I
to
have
hear about
so
this
been
from
looking
Valeria
forward to your
or
arrival.
from somebody else that knows how
Let's
to tank it.
see. Who have
Anybody.
we here?
I think the only tank mechanic though is there's 2 swaps, and then there's at one point during a phase there's a thing that you can't tank swap on.
And our mutinous former general.
Like you just have to eat it, so you need to save a cooldown. But I've never tanked it, so I would be talking complete.
You're gonna tank on Skull. DPS is gonna be on X. You're gonna basically have the boss in between the two, so that they can hit the boss from the back and the side, while we're on the front section where the skull is. And then it's basically just a taunt swap. All the other stuff is all about LOS and people not taking damage.
We want to move its root during one phase, so we all drop our poop in the same place, right?
Yeah, it's actually negligible and normal, to tell you the truth.
Oh, there you go. So if it kills us, then we'll do that.
Fuck.
And that stupid quest guy.
It's a debuff.
Quest guy?
There's a debuff that prevents it from being healed.
Okay. No, I was accidentally clicking on the quest guy. I was standing behind him.
Alright, this gonna sound like a super noob thing to ask. How the fuck do you get the self heal potion? How do you get the potion for Kyrie? I ask
just-
this dude all the time.
Oh, it's in your bag.
Yeah. Huh?
It's called the. It's in your bag. It's called the File of Serenity. If you called your dude out, then he gave it to you. He just automatically does it.
You automatically pick it up.
Okay, that's good to know. I've literally been looking for it, thinking that you have to ask for it for the month. And I've been curious since day one.
You've been missing out.
Well, I mean, I'm a killer too, so.
Yeah, you don't care.
That's super clutch for me. That quick, build the tank with no mana, so I can pop it on. Oh, okay. Interesting.
But it also like cures, I think, poisons and. Oh, it's on the 2 tip. So diseases, poison, cures, and or cures and bleeds.
Cool. Good to know. Right here. Source removes all diseases, poisons, curses, bleeds, effectively. 3-minute cooldown. Busted.
All right, so we got the basic gist of what we're gonna try to accomplish. Here.
Yeah, during the second phase though, that's when he's gonna drop that thing where everybody has to try to drop it together. So I would
Okay.
just pick a corner and have like everybody run towards that corner. Make sure it's line of sight from the shockwave things.
Last time we dropped it just behind a pillar. Like we just went to a pillar, everybody, and then just dropped it.
Whatever works.
And
That
send
was-
me one way or the other.
So do we want to mark a tank or something and then follow them, or do we want to put another world marker down, or what we thinking?
It should probably be on a ranged, because a range will move before anybody else can to the proper pillar. So a range is comfortable with people following them,
What chance you thinking you got?
because a range will beat everybody there because they'll be closest to it.
Let's do better, Russell.
Who?
Med Drussel.
Soldiers of
The
London.
Oh, done.
No.
Or
Nice
you.
to meet your
know?
master's code.
What is
We got
that?
two
You?
hunters.
We got hunters.
You.
You got 4 hunters, dude.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, we got
Well,
four
yeah,
of
I'm
them.
sorry. We got 4 hunters.
Well, one of them is. You're right. A survival badass. All right. Well, like always, I vote for pull and let's figure out our mistakes and then go from there.
I'll put a raid marker on me. I'm not good with like leadership positions.
I feel like you are though. Look at that bow you're carrying.
Insane.
I feel like
Yeah, yeah,
the-
my awesome 160.
I feel like you have to have a little bit more confidence, you know? If
Yeah, you gotta
everything
do some
fucks
beat
up
No.
on
stuff.
you and you just say, hey, I told y'all from the jump I'm gonna fuck up, and then you do it again.
Yes.
No, it's a serious anxiety thing.
I mean, there's no pressure. It's
Nah,
just if we all die because you go to the wrong place, and it's obviously your fault.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ, you guys. It's fucked up.
All DPS needs to be on X.
Three, two, one.
Boss is big enough to hit him from both sides.
Three, two, one.
Run out of the raid.
And you want a bigger circle than what it shows you.
LOS.
And here's the Heidi. Yep.
Three, two,
You need to move him to
One.
another pillar now.
Oh, that was good.
They have tank up, I'm out the way. I can't see the tank. Did you get the tank up?
three, two, one.
I cleared all my debuffs. You should be able to full heal me.
And then break line of sight. And you can go, yeah, perfect.
Three,
Okay,
two,
so definitely
one.
in your line of sight, get the blood next to you.
Yeah.
And then here comes the little circles you don't want to touch. So
Right.
just evade. And you can stand behind the pillars until they start bouncing off the walls, and then you need to just be zoomed out. And then here comes the shriek, so line of sight. Alright, make fun of those that didn't. No.
I could heal through that.
And there's another shriek. And I think one more.
And
It
I
is.
died.
Wow.
And that was phase 2.
Okay, so everything went right except we cannot drop the bloods next to the pillars so that we can line of
Three.
sight them.
Two,
Yeah.
one.
The blood has to go like around the outside of the room, on the edges.
If we're not gonna put them in the same spot, yeah, we could totally just run to the front or the back, maybe.
It just needs to go along the edges. Like it doesn't. There's no designated spot, but if you get targeted by that ability, you just gotta just run out towards the walls. That's all you have to do.
Three,
Doesn't matter
Two,
like where you
one.
drop it, as long as it's not on the pillars.
And now I remember that fight, and yes, I think that's all. That's it.
Look at that. That was the last one allowed, and I made top now. Be like, so that's all I have to do to be top. Wait for y'all to die. Doable.
Man, I'm gonna switch to marksman.
I want to switch back to BM. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You obviously did more damage than everyone else.
I mean, obviously, is probably overstating it. I was literally hiding and feign deathing and trying to stay alive.
So you can do all that with marksmanship, and you want to switch back to BM.
We want to rust
Interesting.
on pole.
Oh, we can definitely try doing that. It resets every death, so we can fiddle fuck unless somebody knows for sure when.
Right.
I'd personally probably do it on this after the first
After
phase.
the first phase 2.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. That'll be for sure
Okay.
first try, and then
Oh,
if that
yeah.
doesn't do shit, we'll try
And like
on
when the
pull.
little discs are out for phase 2, I mean, there's no point in trying to DPS them if people were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta
Yeah,
run.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can.
We're doing
You
after
can't
the
DPS him, right?
No, you
No,
can't.
you
you can't
can't.
actually DPS them. So here's the other thing. Like Me as a
He's
tank.
immune.
Can someone mark Val? Actually, I can do it. Hold on. All right, look at Moon. Right. So during phase 2, don't sit right here. You can still line of sight while you're all the way back here. Like,
Have a pillar between
so then
you.
if you do get targeted, you don't even have to move, but like a few steps. Move a few steps forward, back to the side, and just keep him on your line of sight, and just stay around the outside of the room. You have plenty of time to move before he does everything.
If you get the debuff that drops the bloods, just run to a corner of the room. Don't run by the pillar. Just get out the room.
Val, he doesn't have a cleave or anything like that. Should I just be tanking him right on you so he doesn't move with the swap?
Yeah, you don't really need to move him at all, except for like if someone drops blood on a pillar, then
Right.
we have to move him to another pillar. And you're gonna do the exact same thing. So you're gonna literally like tank him like on this middle section so the DPS can be on one side so they can line of sight real easy and still do damage. And then we're gonna be on this side so we can just take a step over and not take damage from that.
And the only kind of cleave he has, I think, is the blind swipe, but it's a cone in front.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. I'll move out.
Should be easy. All right, so on tanks, whenever you're ready. Unless anybody else had something else.
Are we we're less than at the start, right?
No.
At the end of phase.
At the end of the first phase 2 to make sure everybody can do the mechanic correctly. Because if not everybody's up, it's gonna be really hard to kill them.
Boss.
All DPS should be on X. You shouldn't be behind me while I'm
3,
tanking.
2, 1.
Head's bugging out on the pillar.
I just have to wait.
Just step out slightly and you'll be able to do it.
Three, 2, 1.
And there's your echolocations. Yep, perfectly done. And now you want to break your line of sight. If you're a Kyrian, you can keep attacking.
3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1.
And then line of sight.
3, 2, 1.
And here's phase 2.
Alright, if you're ranged and stuff, you don't need to be right behind the pillar. Like even melee, you can step back a little bit.
Make sure you can move out the thing so it doesn't hear you.
And don't get inside his little red circle. And there's your shriek. There we go. Alright. As soon as everybody's on, go ahead and list.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
You're moving too far from the pillar.
3, 2, 1.
And then B-res or just let it play?
I would just let it play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I can't heal the tank. He's taking bugs.
Yeah, I think it's that exsanguination.
Yeah, sanguinating bite. You
3,
can clear it with your carrying
2,
potion, by the way.
1.
Nice.
Wait,
I
can
just
clear
generally
or
save it for an ocean. Tank can clear it, and same with you. You can clear a ton of the debuffs for raid.
3, 2, 1.
And phase 2 again. Make sure you're not on him.
Gonna do it again. You stand away from the pillars, guys. You need to be out farther. Because we need to have space to put them.
Pick up one of the DPS, or do you want to save
3,
it for-
2, 1.
Pick up one of the hunters if they're dead.
Up. Use the tank. Pick the tank up.
Three, 2, 1. Three, 2,
Where to put him?
1.
I'm down again. You have any taunt?
No, it's good. It's fine. I'm good.
You can walk back. You can bring him back into the middle of the room. About already.
3, 2, 1.
Anybody know what this shimmery circle is on the ground?
That's my totem.
Oh, so I shouldn't have ran away from that.
No.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
3, 2, 1.
And then this phase again. And now he's in Blood Shroud.
Do we have any more B-Reses or no? We're running out of places to put the
But we've only
blood.
We've only used one, right?
No, I used like 3.
Oh.
Reincarnate.
Alright.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
I'm bubbling to clear my stack.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm down again.
You guys have to kill it before I get another stack because it's gonna be really tough.
3, 2,
Okay.
1.
$100.
100.
First try.
There is a passage beyond the kennels that leads down into the
I feel like a
castle's
jackass that dies there.
From there, we
Yeah.
can reach the anima stores and stem the flow into
And
the
yeah, the
vault.
repair guy is there
If we
now.
are to have any chance against Anacreus,
Yeah, let's run back and do
deprive
that
him
repair
of his
real
most
quick.
prized
Anima.
possessions. I know the path we
I
must
can throw a
take to
G's
reach
whenever
that.
y'all need it.
There's no reason to really throw it if the repair guy's down there.
Well, yeah, we just gotta run down. I don't like running. That's why I took Mark or engineering.
I got a hammer up.
So, just shits and giggles. Anything anybody saw that maybe we could do better for next time? Or
It's
we got it?
positioning during the phase 2.
For sure.
No,
Okay.
Everyone's staying too close to the pillars. Like I said, like you literally have to use the whole room. Like even as a melee, when I was final sighting, I'm standing all the way back here.
Okay.
I'm literally like a good 10 yards, 15 yards away from the pillar, and you just rotate around it. So if it attacks you and it drops the blood, you're on the outside edges. But the
Right.
other thing is the blood that gets put on the ground. If you pay attention, there's little areas you can walk through on the edges of them if they're not overlapped.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're so focused on the being close to the pillars. In phase 2, the only way to drop pools of blood is being hit by the spinny things or being not in line of sight. I don't understand why. You can still be close to the pillars, you just have to dodge the spinny bits.
No, it's the blood that gets dropped on the ground. That's the reason why you have to be farther back.
But there's no blood doesn't get dropped unless you get hit by a spinny bit or aren't LOS.
You can still be hit by it.
I'm pretty sure not, but I could be wrong.
It targets random people, and it will
Yeah, it-
actually drop it.
It's still
it's
yeah, when
only
he's
at so
it
many
does still
spots.
target people when
It does,
the
yeah.
little,
It happened to me.
All right. There we go. So, from here, we're going to the Huntsman, yeah? Yeah, that's the next one.
He's over here.
Huntsman, I think so.
Don't you say he's over here. Where the hell is over here?
On the
no,
left,
Over here's where I am.
No, it's
You're over there.
on the left hand side. Let's go kill it. I really don't like this.
It's too far away.
The ground will swallow you up.
I got my BOE this time. That is gold.
Also, go fast. Stuck easy.
Chill out.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Ah! There's bullshit afoot. 12. You beat me by 12.
The kennels house the master's
Well,
hunting
yes.
pack. It keeps the beasts starved for flesh. Put an end to the hound.
And then on
the hound.
the huntsman fight after the trash, I mean, obviously, pull the trash. But does everybody remember kind of what we did? I wasn't there, so I literally have no idea. You, Mr. Please tell us when we're done. And don't forget to check the overseer deal.
I can smell your fear. Marvel to me.
Okay.
Do you have somebody who can call out how many stacks of CC are on the shades?
I need to hear about this one.
Well, was it stacked? I'm pretty sure they said you had to CC it for an amount of time, and the longer it was CC'd, the more damage it took. I don't think it was stacks.
But no,
It's not-
it is stacks, but it's the longer it's CC to gain stacks.
Right,
I know
yeah,
that
yeah,
that
okay, that's what you're
is
saying.
immune to CC, right?
The shades aren't.
No, I mean, they eventually.
But remember how we were just throwing fucking traps and shit at it, and it wasn't doing dick because we kept breaking it out?
To be honest, that was probably my fault. It was probably my dot getting put on it when I was on my defense. Rip.
Then take it away, Mr. Lazy Boy, raid leader man.
So, just let me open up the raid journal just to make sure I know using the proper terms. So, in the beginning, I believe we're just basically tanking the huntsman, and we're doing damage to the boss, to the little to the boss. Well, he opens up the door. While he's doing that, he's doing the Sin Seeker. If you get Sin Seeker, what we did was the person who got Sin Seeker just stood still, and unless you were aligned with another person who had Sin Seeker, then you would move. But everyone else who did not have Sin Seeker, you would run out the way and not get hit with it. What was the name of that other ability? There's a soak ability. What's it called? Well, there's a soak ability that it puts onto one of the DPS. If a person gets the soak ability, other DPS have to go in and soak that, or it becomes like a one shot. So if you get the circle around you, you need to run 2 people so that they can soak it. Don't run away from people. In phase 2, he opens up the gate, and there is an ad, and we have to CC the ad. It's another one of his dogs. And when he gets that, when that dog comes out, as you CC him, he continues to you have to it's called okay, it's called Borgas. Yeah. Okay, so Borgas comes out, and when Borgas comes out, you have to CC him. The more you CC him, he gets this increasing debuff, and you keep him CC'd at this corner. Let me get to the raid. Flag marker.
This shade, not Barghast itself.
So
Right, so it'll be the shade of Barghast.
yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
the shade of Barghast has to be CC'd, and you keep him CC'd as long as you can until it's actually time to actually kill him. At one point, we can't. Between diminishing returns, he can't be CC'd anymore, and then we have to turn around and kill him.
Gotta kill him as soon as possible.
Usually it
It's,
gets up to 15 to 18.
It stacks, and he gets a
stacks.
stacking buff. You want 15 stacks, and then you kill it.
Sounds good.
No. Well, the third. Well, yeah, the tank part I'm missing. But and then, third phase, the third boss Hekatus comes out, and he does the crushing stone, which I believe is when he puts this like circle around you. You have to run out of this. You have to run as far away from the raid as possible and drop it on the outside of the boss. I mean, on the outside of the room, so that people aren't actually tanking it inside the boss. And that's pretty much all I know from the healer standpoint. So if I missed anything, please let me know.
For sure. So if anybody has any places to fill in, please speak.
Tank stuff, Rec. So basically what's going to happen, majority of the stuff in the fight you're not going to be worried about, except for just tanking the dogs. I'll do most of the harder stuff as far as the maneuvering the boss. So, but this first boss, the dog, you have to taunt off after like 2 or 3 stacks, but here's the thing. You could always cleanse it with your Kyrian potion too. It's a stacking debuff. So if you want to hold the dog longer, because that dog is the first thing that's going to be killed. And then you'll have to pick up the second dog. And when you pick up the second dog, come to this corner right here with it. All right? Right where I'm jumping up and down.
Okay.
You're going to stand right here with that dog, and I'm going to be tanking the boss on pretty much almost where he stands, or sometimes over by triangle, just depends on where the shades spawn, because I may have to drag him around. So the healers need to be kind of in the center of the room so that they can hit me from wherever I'm at, because I may have to kite him. So the first part is basically just burning down that first dog. You can actually cleave during that time because we're going to tank them on top of each other. But then, like I said, phase 2 comes out. You need to grab that dog instantly and bring it to the X.
Which is
like if it hits me, it could actually kill me if I'm tanking the boss.
Alright. Anybody else got anything?
So I got nothing to do. Well, not nothing to do, but it's just regular till the second dog comes out. Take the dog, bring it over here.
It's basically just going to be a taunt swap. It's very easy. Like your DBM will yell at you to taunt swap.
Right. If that's it, let's get on it.
Because you'll just be taunt swapping the dog.
We want to list on the third phase.
Third phase would be the best way to do it.
So to begin with, I need to just stay on the dog and then taunt swap dog.
Yeah, that's all we're doing. I'll be holding the boss.
Okay. But so I'm staying on Skull Dog right now.
Yes.
Wait,
and I'll taunt it off of you when you get too many stacks.
And I'm tanking him at the boss until the second dog comes out. Then I'm taking second dog back to X.
Yes, exactly.
What after that?
And after that, when the third one comes out, you'll just grab that. It's very, very easy.
Yeah,
Brian just made a good point.
Okay, when the second dog comes out, you need to all of the cleave classes need to stop cleave because we need to make sure that we CC the boss. And if you cleave, you can actually accidentally cleave the boss, the shade.
The shade.
What we did last week, they share health curves, so second dog, just everybody focus the boss, shared.
I know when I downed it a couple days ago, when the shade would spawn, the tank would pull it away from it.
Yeah, that's why I said I was going to be kiting, so the healers need to be in the middle of the room.
Right. So the shade is the second dog.
The second dog spawns the shades.
Gotcha.
So that's the reason why you'll be tanking them over here. So because the shades generally spawn close to that dog, and then if I have to move the boss because the shade hasn't been healed up all the way before it touches the boss, I'm gonna drag him to the opposite corner. That's the reason why the healers need to be in the middle so they can reach me if I move.
And for healers, the amount of health the shade has is proportional to the amount of health the tank lost. So before he spawns a shade, we have to top off the tank.
Alrighty.
So it makes it easier for us to heal.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Alright, on things.
Also, stay relatively spread out so that this spread shots. No. You don't want to run out of that angle.
Because of the circle.
Yeah, stay in. There you go. Alright, now, don't get hit with that unless you are the person.
Go ahead and taunt it.
Alright, soak on Miaz or
You can remove your stacks if you use your potion on the dog.
Alright,
Alright. Grab the other dog. I'm moving the boss out of the way just so he doesn't get hit with the other one. Yeah, he's coming out right now. Drag him all the way back to the X.
Soul target.
Stop hitting the shade.
Shade.
Yeah, we're not hitting the shade.
Yeah, you have to CC the shade.
I'll put it to sleep. Someone keeps attacking.
You got hit the shade.
He's hitting
he's
it.
Dead.
Okay.
Just run him away. We don't have a battle red.
We get a B-res on the tank or no?
We CC that shade.
Yeah, it's CC'd now.
Alright, heal. Oh god. Alright, big heals on the shade. Big heals on the shade.
Can we bring him away from the shade?
That's what I was
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's because the tank was dead, so he had no health. It honestly shouldn't take that long.
We need to CC that shade away from where.
Yeah, he spawned right there in that corner. We had a little mix-up, but this next time we should be fine on that. But we CC'd it where it spawned, but there was a miscommunication.
We need to let him get a little bit away before we do that, because I have ability to go.
No, he comes to you. Like, he spawns and then walks to where you are. So we might need to move the... Say it again.
I don't know what that is.
Because like I can't turn off my cleave with pets, 100 pets.
Why?
Yeah, I think we should have just moved when the shade comes out, we'll just move that dog away from where the shade is, you know?
Why are we even hitting the dog in that phase? You can just
I don't
focus
know.
the they have shared health pools. You can just focus the boss.
Is there a benefit to killing the dog first?
It's just
or
you
no?
can burst harder.
You can be near the shade.
So what if that?
I mean, you can get
everybody
Rex
just
and whatnot,
stay on
but-
the huntsman. We'll CC the shade. Rex will handle the dog in the corner. Does that sound better? Is that way you don't have to worry about anybody AoEing the shade?
So
Well,
like,
all you really have to do is like if he's tanking the dog right here, all he has to do is rotate away and like stand like this way, and then if you guys CC the shade, which appears like right here, no one's ability should be hitting it, as long as he's over here, face like this.
Well, I thought the dog spawned over here on
No, it's based off where the dog is being tanked at.
No. I mean, when he comes out, like when Borgas comes out, I thought he comes out where green is at.
He did, yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
But you
That's where
pull
we
him
need
all the
to-
way over here to spread it out.
No, I get that, but he needs to. We need to CC the shade, the first shade, at green, and then pull him over to X. That way, they're so far away from each other, there's no issues. So he can stand at green until the shade comes out. We CC the shade, and he can pull the boss to X. You get what I'm saying?
It's just easier if he moves sooner rather than later. I mean, it's up to you guys. It's
I'm not
easier
getting
if they're farther apart.
You're talking about
It's just getting people in position versus moving on the fly is actually a little bit more difficult for people.
So we can all DPS the actual huntsman while the second dog and shade are coming out, so that there's nobody on the dog when the shade spawns, and the shade can be CC'd, and then everybody can switch to the dog. And if Melee has a problem getting between the dog and the shade and the huntsman, maybe they can just DPS the huntsman because they've shared HP pool.
Exactly.
Yeah, that seems so obvious. All right, y'all ready?
Ready, Chad?
I mean, unless there's going to be an issue where we're not killing the dog fast enough.
It's just most people kill
But
the
it's
dog
shared,
just because
so
it
who
allows you
cares?
to burst, and then also if shit starts to fall apart, the dog's no longer alive. I've literally in a pug soloed it by 9% by myself because there was no dog up.
Well, yeah, okay. So we pulling?
So wait. So before okay. Well, I was gonna ask, are they DPSing the dog or are they DPSing the
They
boss?
should kill the dog, but
That's
it's
what
up
I
to you
thought
guys.
It's shared health pool.
It's a shared health pool. Though. It literally
It's
doesn't
a
matter
shared
at all.
health pool, but it's
It does matter.
faster. Yeah, the dog dies faster.
The reason being is because the dog is next to the shade. Once the stacks get high enough, the melee can just get to the shade quicker and down it before the big AoE that wipes the group.
Okay.
Make sure I get out of the way up there.
No, stay in the group. Stay in the group.
Yeah, come back in the group. Nicely done.
Send teacher on me. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Will not be quick. Come.
Alright. Set up the soul. You gotta make sure that the tank is higher HP Rip Souls. CC, keep him CC. CC him.
And it looks like like the shade is at 15. Now he's at 16 stacks. You want to kill him?
You should be able to kill the shade now.
Tank up. I'll heal the Rip Souls.
And then there's the second one. Can you move Barcap?
Alright, move him. Got him. Steer clear. Heal the patrol.
And do we need to kill the shade before Borgas? Or does it not matter? Or Bargas?
That you have to kill the shade before he wipes it.
It's at 22 stacks.
22 stacks.
Kill him.
Val?
Alright. Pick up the last dog. Pick up the last dog.
The hurt hexes.
But no lust.
If you get the debuff, run to the corner, the edge of the raid. Now drop it in the raid.
Oh, at least poop on the ground.
Alright, watch out for the sentinels. Watch out for the sentinels.
I'm down. Load him.
Should I get the totem? Oh my god. Any cooldowns? I got 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Ah, we go.
Any idea about that massive AoE damage?
Yeah, you have to just heal through it.
Oh,
No. So the way it works is that you're managing it.
Oh,
but you have to do it. You can't just continuously do it.
As everybody releases.
Oh, poop. You did literally just say that.
Alright, let's back up. Back up before the boss spawns. Back up before the boss spawns.
We can solo it.
Okay, I did not know the tank had to run the boss around. Good to know.
So he gets a debuff when he stands still, and then as he moves the boss, or the dog, we all take AoE damage. That is delightful.
Wait,
Isn't it?
when he moves the boss, we take AoE, or is when the boss standing still, we take AoE?
No, it's when he
It's
moves.
a stack thing that when you move, so you basically move like 3 steps, 4 steps, and then you stop, basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's really healing
And then-
intensive, and it's up to the tank to manage that phase.
But that was a bomb-ass fool. Anyway.
Outside of that, then yeah, I think we did okay with it.
Oh, and we're at like an hour. Y'all want to take like a 5-minute PP break? Or y'all good to go? Oh, Shad's got to go in 15.
Alright, so
All right, well, fuck it.
Hold up. Before you pull, let's talk about the third dog again real quick from the tank perspective.
Just move them 4 steps at a time. So watch your debuffs when you get to 2 or 3. All right, then you just go like this and step like barely, because the thing is, if you just run, you're just gonna blow up the rig.
So I know how to run 4 steps. I just didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's based off the stacks you have.